Home sales surge to 2006 levels. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. I thought we'd have a look at the recent home sales data that's just come out for the US, and it's surged to 2006 levels. Now let's have a look. This is United States existing home sales. So sales of previously owned homes in the US increased 2.4% from the previous month to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 6 million units in August 2020. Now one has to ask, is this due to the huge number of people that are just leaving the cities, and going to regional or other areas, getting out of the danger zones? I wonder. So, because remember, these are existing homes, or is it people just getting out while they can? This is the highest reading since December of 2006 and in line with expectations. Single-family sales were up 1.7%, and those of condos 8.6%. Home sales have climbed in every region for the third straight month. There were 1.49 million previously owned homes on the market in August, down from 1.83 million a year ago. The median existing house price increased to a record $310,600. That's all. I'm always shocked at how cheap housing is in the States compared to Australia. It's just insane over here, guys. It really is. Year-on-year existing home sales were up 10.5%. Home sales continue to amaze, and there are plenty of buyers in the pipeline ready to enter the market. Further gains in sales are likely for the remainder of the year, with mortgage rates hovering around 3% and with continued job recovery. The need for housing will grow even further, especially in areas that are attractive to those that can work from home. So if we have a look here, let's go to the max data, and you can look at that jump. Everyone, look at that jump. There you've got the GFC, just the plunge right there, and then the jumping right back up, going back down. But look at that change. Look at that change. So it's, the last time this was a way up was back here. It's heading down. So let's have a look at this article from Realtor magazine, and I'll have a shot of coffee. And this is from the National Association of Realtors. So, house sales climbed in August to the likes of 2006 housing boom days. Now, this is amid all of the economic uncertainty that's going on at the moment. This is amid an election about to happen in the States, which is very entertaining to follow. It really is. Look up Freedom Tunes, everyone. And you've got a housing boom. So it's not just Australia. We really are living in a clown world. So despite the COVID-19 pandemic, existing home sales in each of the 4 major regions in the US saw month-over-month annual growth. The National Association of Realtors reported on Tuesday the Northeast saw the largest monthly improvement in home sales. Housing inventories continue to remain tight, putting upward pressure on house prices. Existing home prices for all housing types in August climbed 11.4% compared to a year ago, reaching a median of $310,600. Prices rose in every region of the US last month. Home sales continue to amaze, and there are plenty of buyers in the pipeline ready to enter the market, said Lawrence Young, NRA's chief economist. Further gains in sales are likely for the remainder of the year, with mortgage rates hovering around 3% with continued job recovery. This marks 3 consecutive months of gains in home sales. Total existing home sales completed transactions that include single-family homes, townhomes, condos, and co-ops increased 2.4% in August compared to July, reaching a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 6 million in August, sales up 10.5% from a year ago. Shortage of homes for sale have proven problematic in the housing industry over the last few years, but have grown even worse in recent months. Housing demand is robust, but supply is not, and this imbalance will inevitably harm affordability and hinder ownership opportunities, Jan said. To assure broad gains in home ownership, more new homes need to be constructed. Sounds very similar to the rhetoric we're getting here in Australia. But it's a little different in the States. Over there for you guys, your house your home isn't seen as much of an investment. We're here in Australia. It is just an obsession for us. It is just every TV show is about houses and makeovers and blocks and doing this and this. It's just a different world, everyone. I mean, let's have a look. $310,000. We'll jump over here. What does that get? Hang on. 310 USD to AUD, just so I can get it in perspective. So that's $434,000. Now, I'll just bring up this chart here to share with the Americans, just to share with you guys here. This is house values in Australia. So in Sydney, the median price is $866,000. So the combined capitals is 630. So the national in Australia, which would be the equivalent of what we just said from the US, is 552,000. So if I convert that to 552, we'll do it AUD, Australian dollars. That's 393 grand. So nearly 400,000 US is the national median here in Australia. Just to give you a little bit of an appreciation for what we have to put up with here. So I think this housing obsession seems to be universal, particularly coming from real estate agents. I mean, are they well respected in the States, guys? Are they a well respected profession? Or over here, some people consider them a step above used car salesmen. So, however, a surge in lumber prices and the shortage of lumber caused by the California wildfires are pressing on the new home industry, Jon said. Over recent months, we've seen lumber prices surge dramatically. This has already led to an increase in the cost of multifamily housing and an even higher increase for single-family homes. So what's it? I've only worked, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually an architect, and I've only worked on one project before in the States, a housing project. And what type of construction? Is steel frame for housing, is it common, or is it all using timber? Here in Australia, it's either steel framed or a lot of pine. So, at the end of August, the National Association of Home Builders reported a spike in softwood lumber prices, was prompting an average price increase of about $14,166 since April 17. Here's a closer look at housing indicators for August, including NRA's latest report. So days on the market. 69% of homes sold in August were on the market for less than a month. Property stayed on the market for an average of 22 days in August, down from 31 in the prior year. So the market's heating up. How can this be happening? How can this be happening with, let's have a look here. I mean, we've got, what do I want to look at? Look at labor. Where's the unemployment rate here? I mean, we've got job vacancies, the unemployment rate. Let's have a look at that over in the States. And there you go, 8.4%. 8.4%. You've got all the unknowns of this pandemic. You've got lockdowns all over the place. You've got different governors doing different things. But there you go. Market's moving. Are people just trying to get out? Are people trying to sell? Or are people just jumping in? Or is this the manifestation of a lot of the money that's being created right now, pumped in? Is it finding its way to housing? Housing inventories, total housing inventories at the end of August was 1.49 million, down 18.6% from a year ago of 1.83. Unsold inventory is at a 3-month supply at the current sale pace. First-home buyers accounted for 33% of home sales in August, which is up from 31% a year before. So here in Australia, there's a big push now to get first-home buyers into property. You've got all these grants to get people to buy into property and to even construct. You've got a home builder grant, 25 grand they're just giving people. But they also have, now they've changed the rules so you can trade while insolvent. So it's scary times right now. Investors and second-home buyers. Individual investors or second home buyers purchased 14% of homes in August, equal to a year ago. Investors and second home buyers tend to make up the biggest bulk of all cash sales. All cash sales account for 18% of transactions in August, down from 19% in August 2019. Distressed sales. So foreclosures and short sales represent less than 1% of sales in August, down from 2% a year prior. So there we go. We're not getting distressed sales, are we? So regional breakdown. Median house prices increased at a double-digit pace in each of the 4 major regions in August compared to a year ago. Here's how existing home sales fared across the country last month. So the Northeast, Existing home sales increased 13.8% in August, a 5.7% increase from a year ago. Median house price of $349,000. Midwest, existing home prices rose 1.4%, up 9.3% from a year ago. Median house price is $246,000. The South, existing houses up 0.8%, 13% from a year ago, and the median price of $269,000. And the West, which I'm assuming California would have a big impact on, they're up 0.8%, a 9.6% rise from a year ago, and the median house price of $445,000, up 11.8% from a year ago. So there we have it, guys. Demand for existing housing is up. It's in line with expectations here in the States, even with unemployment at 8.4%. What do you all think, guys? As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I created, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from Heise Says, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you next time.